decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here goes that.
First play and a first pass coming for Darnold. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The throw over the middle taken in. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Darnold on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some room to work. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Come on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing Jones. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Darnold. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Darnold completes it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jones. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He finds his man complete. That's Barber. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Jones now on first down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Racey McMath. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Darnold. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off of play action, Darnold. Going up top. Touchdown, Packers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Jones throw pulled in by Robinson here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The shotgun snap for Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by McManus is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. A final shot before the break. Darnold looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got Bellinger. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Barkley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, he's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
On first down, it's Darnold. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Darnold down to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So a potential momentum shifter there. Third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing